I am Cro-Magnon man. I am here for your Earth women, Dave.
I thought the Planet of the Apes did that.
No, they didn't care for it. Was all about sport and game for them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we'll be right back in a minute. Yeah. Here we
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Oh boy, let's hope there's not no problems. New home, new internet. Let's see how the streaming works out. Hopefully, I come in nice and clear for everybody. Hey, everybody! Welcome to Late Horror Show. I'm Dino, as always. That is Dave Plouffe. Rest in peace, Erich von Däniken. Yes. See,
90 years old.
90 years old. Yeah. Spent most of his life looking for ancient mysteries or trying to discover ancient mysteries.
Well, that's what we're here to talk about tonight.
Yes, we are. In Search of Ancient Mysteries, 1974. Everybody who's here right now, all 24 of you, new set. I'm at the new home and got the new set. Yeah. So if you see anything go like blurry, buffering, anything like that, please let me know in the chat, because this isn't as fast internet here and I had no choice. It is what it is. So I'm fingers crossed everything goes good, but good to see everybody. And you can see more figures there. And Dave, if
you want to expand.
Yes, I think I will take the chat off. I will make me bigger so you can see the set just a little bit easier. And Herman way back there, you can see the clown. That's Herman way over there. Dave does not like Herman, but he's finally made an appearance on the set again. I love that. In the background, he's really pissed off. That's what I love about him. Always grumpy, always pissed off. But I got a lot of little toys here, more than you could probably see last time. Gotta love my Nosferatu up there. Got some Lego stuff up here. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Whatever I could fit into the little scene here. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you like that. So back to small. Yeah, it's a little bit slower. That's for sure, Dave. Yeah, and Connie Clary, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Dino and Dave. Thank you, Connie Clary, as always. Let me say hi to everybody, and we will get going into all kinds of. And you know what the show is about tonight, Dave? It's all about stones.
It's about a whole bunch of more things than that.
You know, we're going to talk about my gallbladder quite a bit tonight.
We're going to Argentina. Oh. We're going to Egypt. We're going everywhere. And we got to use a dang thesaurus because it's like Saxe-Owamen.
Saxe-Owamen. Yeah, there's the names. Rod Serling, when he went through, I think Rod Serling just kind of bumbled through it too, which is why we couldn't understand. But
sure, blame the dead guy.
Some of these ancient places just have some names, man. I tell you. Really quick, Sally Skellington says, thank you for being here. Dino needs more shelves. You would not believe how many shelves there. There's a huge shelf city over that way. I'm right on the lake. Beautiful. Right behind there is the lake. Doesn't get any better. I will do a walkthrough once everything's totally complete of my Lego collection and my toy collection and my horror posters and everything else. So shelves, and shelves, Sally. So there you go. Thank you for being here, Sally Skellington. Connie Clary is here, J.O.B. And Harry Scott is here. Ed Stathis. Abdullah is here. Hello. Raj Ram, Dino. Let's see. What's he got to say here? From what show is that scary child with the hat that you have in your intro? Oh, you're going to have to pause it and figure that out. That's a secret, Raj. You'll figure it out, though. I have faith in you. I have faith. Keojo is here. Ricky Marshall. I believe that's Ricky. No, that's Ricky Marshall. There's a different Ricky. Nathan is here. Good to see you. John Swan. Good to see you, Nathan. Of course, Harry Scott is here. Good to see you. Hi, boy, dones to you, Ezra. Good to see you, my friend. Toon, going all the way back. So there you go. Let's get into this. Let's talk stones. Well, what do you want to say, Dave? Let's start this off, man, with a bang.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Well, Happy New Year. Yeah.
Since we didn't do this last week, Happy New Year. 2026 is a great year for all of you. One of the things that I loved about this episode is parrots.
Parrots. Oh, the parrots have arrived at Dave's wires in front of his house.
Must be springtime.
Yeah.
And the mummy and the monkey are here.
Hey, the mummy and the monkey. What is going on? Says, oh no. Hey, group, our electricity and internet was cutting out Friday. We are back next Friday with a new show. Hope your move went well, Dino. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, right on the Gold Coast. You know, guys know where that is, Janet and James. You guys, I don't think I'm ever moving again. This lake view is beautiful. So fingers crossed, this is it. This is it. I'm not moving no more. But big enough for all my toys and my collectibles. But good to see you. Check them out Friday night. So yes, Dave. Yes, Dave. So many. No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say we're going to start in Peru with the Nazca lines.
Well, why not? Yeah. It's a big, giant airport, Dave.
It really is. And especially what's wild to me, and they didn't really speak too much about it during this particular episode, but those mountaintops are flattened off. And it's just this big butt runway, right? Yeah. And it looks just like a runway from like JFK or any of the other big airports.
From high in the sky. Love that. It looks like a giant airport. But the other weird things is that a lot of these lines, once they started investigating a little bit more, started to point towards certain places, certain monoliths, certain structures and stone monuments. So very, very interesting. Go on, Dave.
And what's cool about it is that it's not cool, but we actually built a highway over the Nazca lines, and we didn't even know that they were there at the time.
Again, we've talked about this a million times, Dave. You know, it's like you had to, maybe not a million, maybe a dozen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's more like it. You have to be way in the sky to see these things. So they always say the question is, how were they built? Could somebody from the ground build these? I mean, not just the lines, but once you get into the actual figures of beings and animals and whatnot, artwork that stretches, ginormous lengths. Okay, I'll say, Dave. It's just amazing, right?
It is.
Yes.
And
I thought you'd agree with me.
I always do. One of the coolest things, though, to me on the Nazca lines is that when they're making these figures, whether it's a spider, whether it's a monkey, whether it's a butterfly, it is perfectly done. It's not like, someone making an art project and you've got like this arm here and this arm a little bit off kilter. It is literally done perfectly symmetrical, and it's on a hillside. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, you would have to have incredible accuracy with rope or lines or something along that idea of creating a perfectly symmetrical object.
That's the other thing. You brought it up just now. That's very interesting when you talk about this. You have to be in the sky from the air to do these things. But think about this, and listen, there's so many of them. This is maybe far out there, but using string or rope, or not string, but rope, you would most likely use rope or what other material they had. But an artist could render an animal or whatever they wanted to image they wanted on the ground by lengths of rope. You know, they could do that, you know, but was the technology there? Was there really, was there a group of people going around doing this that were artists to do this type of thing? Maybe with some of the images of beings and animals and stuff, but that's even far-fetched because of like the mountain sides that they were on. But the actual lines and airport type look from above is a whole different story, why they would do something like that. So they kind of play into each other also, to where had to have been from above, right? I mean,
well, what's also kind of interesting.
Hey, Gigi.
Hello,
Sorry.
Gigi. Is that that means their spaceships had to land like our space shuttle does.
Yeah, that's, you know what, and
that way.
And later on, I think most people who have been on the History Channel, Ancient Aliens, they talk of those little model like Delta wing jets, you know, those golden,
made out of gold.
The figure. So that's kind of, you know, flying in, landing, you know. So
and
I mean,
then, you know, when they're up in the airplane or whatever they're in,
spaceship.
What did they do? Yay, a little bit off to the right, you know?
Well, there had to be some kind of communication.
They have to have communication devices.
Yes, it's all very complicated, Dave. Because again, I started off saying it's all about the stones. And it's because stone stands the test of time, right?
Yes, and it's in an area of the world where it doesn't get any rainfall to disturb those lines.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really a fascinating thing. It's something I hope to see sometime in this lifetime.
What's that?
The Nazca lines.
Oh, okay.
You know, being up in an airplane with, you know,
yes.
Sucralose or David Hatcher Childress.
There you go. Yes. And hello, Andrea. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but yes. Hello. Yeah. The thing with the stones, again, it lasts forever, you know, to some extent. Other things like, you know, certain materials can, you know, I mean, our civilization would be gone like that. 100 years, I think, you know, it's gone. Our steel is going to rust, fall apart, and disintegrate. So you won't know what's going on. But they talk about advanced civilizations. And when you think of that, at least me, I don't think stones, you know. So why stones? I mean, again, maybe because how long they last. And maybe it wasn't just stones. Maybe it was other types of material that were incorporated into the stone, but the stone lasts, the others didn't. You know what I mean? There's so many questions I got, Dave. Do you get what I'm saying?
But I mean, when you think about if our civilization were to be wiped off the earth, what's going to be left? We're going to, hold on. NASCAR.
Yeah. KO, Joe. Well, come on. Dude. Okay.
We're going to have Mount Rushmore. So they're going to look up and go, look at these people.
Yeah.
We're going to have the Hoover Dam, you know, so we're going to have maybe some concrete left.
Yeah.
Because that's our building material. When you look back 1,000, 2,000 years, we still have the Pantheon. We still have the Colosseum. And I think that's really cool. But I think we don't understand the immensity, the amount of time that has passed since those ancient civilizations. And I think people have talked about recording energy or material through stone.
Well, yeah, and we'll talk about one of those stone structures in, was it India, or we'll get to it, but so magnetized that,
That was it.
a compass
Yes.
coming through there goes crazy and all that. But anyways, we'll get to that. But yes, totally agree. Totally agree. But my thing was incorporation of other materials. And we do have other materials like later on in India, that the giant iron structure that is rust free, after all this time, 2,000 years, I do believe, something like that. So there are other materials and other objects that have stood the test of time. But and the one clock we find, with the gears and stuff we found.
The Anti-Cythera device?
Well, again, I'm jumping all over the place. In the Greek, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But there were jewels incorporated in the making of the machine type gears for a clock that was in the Greek building. If I get to it, we'll talk about it. So, it's like, what fell apart from it other than the stone? Were there other types of material that were more advanced but just broke down a little bit more quickly? So I'm just saying this because it's something that I think about when I think of advanced civilizations, Stone Age, stones, there's got to be more than just that. And it's just probably not there any longer. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you. You got to imagine too. I mean, we've had glaciation from the Ice Age. That's going to wipe out almost anything. Vicky is here, so hello, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky.
And I also want for our viewers and listeners to know that when we watch these episodes of the In Search of Movies, they bounce around like crazy. I mean, one moment we're in Peru, one moment we're in Egypt, one moment we're in Greece. It is.
One moment we're in Lake Titicaca, and then the next.
That's right. That's right. So
that's a great place to go to, Dave.
I think we have one more movie, and then we'll do the series. And the series definitely is more focused and it's more concentrated. So
yes, and I can't wait to talk about Cro-Magnon Man.
That's all you could talk about in our pre-show.
I love the. Anyways, listen, that's a very interesting subject, and we will hit that later on. But
it is. The next thing we see is
Dave typing with his finger. He's going.
It's the Aegean Ocean, and we're talking about how some things like Troy used to be a myth until we find it.
The lost island of Troy.
And I always love the idea that, our truth is somewhere between fact and fiction, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to court. There you got the plaintiff, you got the defendant, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. But during this time, I kept thinking about how interesting the different gods. Brad Pitt.
He starred in Troy.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's an all right. It's an all right movie.
Glorious Bastards.
Well, that was a good one. Yeah,
that was fantastic.
That was fantastic. Yeah, not good. That was fantastic.
But when we look at the gods of Troy, the Greeks and the Romans, even the Etruscans, they are human gods. They are like us, Hercules and Poseidon, people like that. But when we go over to Egypt, all of a sudden we have gods that don't look.
They never talked to him though, because he was always Poseidon himself.
He was Poseidon himself. Yes. Oh boy.
This is where I lose it. No, okay.
Hour and 10 minutes left of this.
Stay in control.
All right.
Staying in control. Go on. Go on.
But anyway, just the Egyptian gods like Anubis become more animal-like. And so again, you kind of think of, are there different gods or aliens visiting the earth from, that are different?
Yeah. Animals have always been worshipped throughout history. And I think that's more of a spiritual thing than anything else. I do believe, but.
Well, as Art Bell used to say, and back in Egypt, cats were thought of as gods, and they haven't forgotten it.
And you skipped right over J.F. Bloomrich.
Oh no, he's next.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, then you didn't skip over it. Nope. I beg my pardon. Please accept my apologies, good sir. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's the funniest because it's the first thing I wrote down. Yeah, no, JF Bloomrich, who it was a NASA engineer. Again, I'm just bringing this up because this is something I bring up all the time when I talk about alien lives and where's the proof, facts, and stuff like that. And that doesn't mean this. What I'm bringing up here is proof, but he says, and this is a NASA engineer. Listen, the facts are in the books. The facts are in the Bible. And then he goes on to speak of Ezekiel in particular, which speaks of these ships. And there's a couple other parts in the Bible that specifically talk of ships coming down. And, you know, go ahead, Dave. You look like you're.
Do you know when this movie that we're covering came out?
Oh, it's 1974.
Do you know what year Bloomrich retired?
He's speaking like this, so I bet you he retired like 69 or something like that.
Oh, he retired in 1974.
Oh, they told him shut up and get the hell out of here.
I found out. I thought this was really interesting.
Wow.
That it's just like I can speak freely now because I'm out of here. You know.
Speaking of, Egypt and cats. Janet, the mummy. Yeah, she's a. James will agree. Yeah, she's a mummy. She's a goddess over on that channel. Go check them out. Listen,
yeah, I think
they're fun as hell. It's not just that they're nearby. That's cool too, but they're just fun. There's the hairy, scary Hangover, which a lot of times I like better because you guys are just sitting there shooting the shit, and it's just fun. It's just so fun, especially when they bring up stuff in my area around here, memories that I remember too. So just fun stuff. But anyways, moving on. Cats are in charge. Yes, they are. My cats are in charge. That's for sure. Zeus and Zeus and Zero. Okay, Dave. Where are we now? I think we're at Lake Titicaca.
Well, yeah, unless you wanted to continue talking about Bloomrich. He also he also wrote a paperback right at that time too called The Spaceships of Ezekiel, which you can find on eBay.
Oh, I'm going straight to eBay right after this.
That's what I would do.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of, Radstar is here. Hey, what's going on, Radstar?
Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Then we went to this weird guy who I hope I never look like because he's got this grizzly beard that's not filled in. And he's from the British Interplanetary Society. I wrote down that someone should have given him a gift of the Dollar Shave Club. The British Interplanetary Society is really cool. It's been around since the 1930s. So almost 100 years. It is the oldest existing space advocacy organization in the world. And you can join today for up to 110 pounds is what it costs. So probably 120 bucks. Is that it? Is our money more?
That's a lot of money, man.
Yes, but they're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. You can find them pretty easily. And this guy also wrote a book called Man and the Planets.
I can't. Oh, it sounds good, Dave. Sounds good.
It's very good.
Man, I've been catching up to Art Bell on sleeping with the podcast going, man. Some of the not when you don't see guests and people just start talking and then people stop in, not on, stop in. Some great shows that just you wouldn't know unless you go back and listen to because there's not a top line guest on. Okay. They also go into Dave left tracks on the moon.
We did.
And Gemini, the astronauts, they start talking up there, back and forth.
Well, it's a long trip.
Yeah, it's a long trip. But the 4 hours in, I do believe it is. They go, bogey spotted.
This is Houston. Can you copy that one more time?
Bogey spotted to your left, 15, 6, 5, 4. And then hopefully
all right,
Bogart.
we're gonna switch to that private channel, so no one knows. Thank you.
I'm watching Casablanca. Bogey spotted. No, they talk of bogey spotted. Listen, you're in space, bogey spotted. How else are you supposed to take that?
That would scare me. And the guy was kind of cool about it. Hey, we got a bogey. And it's like, hey, are you looking at Sputnik? There's not much up there at this time.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, Rad Star, New Man Cave. This is the cave kind of, but woo, wait till you see the rest. Anyways, Herman back there. Yeah, see him sort of far right over there. He's the sad clown. He's the grumpy clown. He's pissed. He's pissed that he has to just stand there is what's wrong. And I don't feel sorry for him because anyways,
I worry there's going to be a knock at my door one night. I'm going to look out and not see anybody.
No.
Open the door. It's going to be Herman.
If Herman's, there was a couple nights I didn't see him around, but okay. Can we please go to Lake Titicaca?
I hope so.
The land of Titicaca. Wait, what am I trying to say here?
No.
My mouth says things without my mind knowing it.
Yes, it does.
And I do apologize for that.
Yeah. Is that what happened in school?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, anyways, Lake Titicaca.
And what does that translate into
Go ahead.
whatever language that is?
Yeah, I don't know. Incans? What?
Panther.
Yes. It means panther. Yes. Yeah. Wasn't it the shape of a panther?
Yes, but you can, again, like the Nazca lines, you can only see it from space.
Yeah, but this was a mountain, or what? No, it was lake. It was a lake. Lake Titicaca, right?
Yes.
So what did they dig a trench in the shape of a panther?
I don't know, but it is also really cool because it's a springing panther and it's about to devour a rabbit.
Yes.
There's a little rabbit lake next to it.
But why wouldn't ancient civilization do that?
What's even more interesting about that, if you go to one of the David Hatcher Childress talks, he tells you that is the highest saltwater lake. It's not a freshwater lake.
Highest salt content of any lake.
Meaning that the water level of the world used to be higher. And there's like a special seahorse.
So on Lake Titicaca, you will float.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. No, I think I read something about that.
All right.
So the marine life is, listen, we're talking ancient mysteries. I won't go on about the fish life there, but yeah, no, Incans long gone, but the ruins left behind. Not much more to say about Lake Titicaca, really.
No, they jumped from that to the moon, to the not the moon, but
Tiwanaku.
Oh, can we go back to the moon for just a minute?
Sure, go to the moon.
Thanks.
Going to the moon.
Just call me Alice.
Pulling. I mean, okay, go ahead, Dave.
All right.
Okay.
They talked also about it later in the episode about how it was captured by the Earth and our gravity.
Oh, yeah, you're going, okay.
Is that something that you believe? Because I've seen all sorts of
this is with Tiwanaku.
Okay.
The Tiwanaku monolith.
All right.
And there were carvings on it. And in 1927, they discovered this carving. And it was interpreted as an account of the capture of the moon in our solar system by the Earth.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Because you always see certain theories where something hit the Earth and this is part of the Earth. And I don't believe that because I think the makeup of the moon is totally different. We've all heard the stories from Art Bell where, we had a rocket into the moon and it rang like a bell. We have all sorts of different.
That was really cool. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. And so we also have the idea that, the Apollo astronauts landed and they're all like, we have a private channel. There are other people already here. There's buildings and structures that we didn't mention.
Well, Tiahuanaco, they say, was more advanced than the Incan society. Okay. And I tell you what, I would love to see this interpretation of how the moon was captured. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I know they interpreted it, but how much was interpreted? I didn't go into detail and do some searching. Listen, a show like this could take weeks. I mean, I'm not doing that.
You want to see the imagery.
Yes, or just I want to see word by word, interpretation by interpretation of the story of the capture of the moon by our Earth that they put on this stone tablet.
But it's so the moon is so weird anyway.
And right? How did they know? I mean,
and the idea we only see it from on one side of the moon.
The Tiahuanacos, were they flying by and they said, look at what happened. Here, let's land down there on this planet and stay a while. Yeah, I don't know. Did I interrupt something, Dave?
Well, I was trying to make an orbit like the moon.
Oh.
Because we only see one side of the moon and it just circles around the Earth that way. So by the time it does one revolution around the Earth, it makes one revolution itself.
Right.
But we only see that one side. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah. Different than every moon in our solar system. Although when we talk about natural moons, like the moons of Jupiter, Saturn, even mostly Jupiter, Europa's really one, but there's a couple other moons like Ios and a couple other ones. They're just so interesting and they could have life. Listen, at this point, I'm going to say they have life. On this planet, the whole solar system's built up with this, or made from the same substance. I mean, it's one solar system. Boom, boom, boom. We're all mixing it up, in a big bowl. Everything is pretty much all mixed around, right?
And we stay crunchy in milk.
Most of the time, depending on how long you let it sit there.
Right.
But later on, they talk about, I love how the science behind what they talk about in here, even in 1974, about the amino acids on the rock at boiling point boils the water away, leaving the amino acids to build into proteins, not protein, but proteins. Okay. And once built into the proteins, add water afterwards, they turn into single cells, which move around.
Yeah.
Beginning of life. And this is the primordial soup, if you may. Might not taste good, but hey, you got to start somewhere, Dave.
Right.
That's why they got cooking classes out there.
Yes.
But if that's how life, and then you go way deep down into those extremophiles, Dave, that feed off of acid, that are right next to vents by volcanic, down deep in the ocean. Listen, you can go to every moon around Jupiter, and even probably in Jupiter and in the atmosphere. There's life teeming everywhere here. They may be small, single cell, but I do believe there are more advanced and more complicated life forms out there, even in our own solar system. Period.
Don't we see, unlike Voyager, when it's passing through the moons of like Io, of the volcanic eruptions, the largest structure on Mars, isn't it Mount Olympus? Volcano, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, Professor.
Yes.
So we're speaking today with Dave Plouffe, Professor of Art and Physics.
And It's not too far from the truth.
No, I know.
I actually teach a class called Mathematics and Modernism, which compares the modern art movements to the physics, such as light and speed and all of that. So we talk about futurism and light and color. And
this guy's just on here beating the bush with me over Scooby-Doo, zoinks,
Oh,
Scooby, get out of here. No, I love it. I love it. I listen, I love the archway, the gate of the sun they talk about.
yes.
I forget where it was though.
It is in Tiwanaku.
Okay, so we're still on Tiwanaku. Okay.
Yes.
So
before the Inca, at the height that corn doesn't grow.
Yes,
But
yes.
we're still able to create a huge civilization where there's like no food source.
Oh, wait till we get to the one stone that is like a. You probably love this too. I forget what it was called. I'll get to it, but it's like a cityscape, like a plan of a city. And
oh yeah, that rock.
I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. But when we get to it,
We're out at it.
Not quite yet.
It's the next thing that we're going to talk about.
Okay, but the Gate of the Sun, I thought that was a really interesting. They call it the archway, and it's pretty much this giant stone structure with an archway, and at the top is like the sun god, with two tears coming down. And on the people or the figures on the actual stone itself, front facing stone, are strange bird-like creatures, astronaut looking figures. I mean, again, what are they trying to tell us? These are the things that have lasted thousands of years on stone, and you don't see people sitting down eating breakfast. You see creatures, you see astronauts, you see ships. Occasionally in some cave drawings, you'll see animals running and herded and, by tall creatures, which again, they would say, oh, they're tall creatures. But anyways, yeah, interesting stuff, Dave.
Yes. And this civilization dates back around 15,000 years is what they were saying.
Yeah. Up to 15,000 years.
And it's like, why wasn't this? And this is like one of the only things standing in this area. Why wouldn't it have toppled down? They seem to revere this.
Chad Farr, hello, one and all. It's a new year, and I'm a year older as of Friday. Happy Friday, birthday to you. And I pledge, I dredge you all the great new year from the delves of the primordial soup. Little confusing. What's the dwarves of the primordial? Maybe
I don't know.
Happy birthday, Friday, Chad. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, Dave. Yes, if that's the next thing to talk about, yeah, let's.
So, Nazca has this line that heads right over to this rock. It's about 300 miles away.
The Great Stone of Gawi? Is that it?
I wrote down Siwi.
Oh, Siwi. Siwi. Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
I put down Sawi.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone going to correct us in the comments.
No. But yeah, let's talk about this. I thought this was cool. I want this in Lego form so that I can build. They're saying it could have been a sacrificial altar, but I mean, come on. It's a city plan, Dave.
I don't know how I feel about this rock.
But talk about it.
It's been out there for thousands of years. It is this gigantic rock, but it is allegedly a blueprint for a city.
Yes. And please hit that like button. Thank you, Mummy and the Monkey. Yes.
And
it's got everything. It's got steps showing the plateaus of the Incans, like the civilizations that were built from, like they plopped it there. And they said, built your society like this, rows of, plants can be built this way on terraces. It just was very cool. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go.
No, that's okay. I just question, like, look, it's 15,000 years old. Are you telling me that the rain, that the light, that everything is not going to degrade this to a certain extent? You know, and it's like,
well, I mean, it's been worn. It's aged, Dave. The weather has gotten to it, but it's most of it's there to see still.
and
You know
then
what I mean?
also
Because I had 50 guys go up to it with a paintbrush and dust away everything they could.
yes, but then you have to think about which came first, the rock or the city. Is this like something that the aliens brought and said, like, make your cities like this, terrace your agricultural crops like this, they'll grow? Or was there an artist guy like myself who was there going, wow, this city's really beautiful. Let me make a sculpture of what it looks like.
And he said, I'm going to spend the rest of my life building this the city. I mean, I guess if he got paid enough by whatever,
sure,
unless he was rich and wealthy and said, I'm going to leisurely just chip away. Yeah, I mean, because Dave, that had to have taken a while, you know, depending.
It did take a while, absolutely.
Although that's the other thing. That's the other thing, Dave, about all these ancient civilizations that they talk about. You know, it's stone, but yet, you know, stones are put together in a lot of these stone structures and monuments and stuff where you can't even slide a piece of paper through them. And some have, you know, different, like 12 different angles per block.
I think that's cool. Yeah.
I mean, you know, think about that. 12 different angles. First of all,
I mean, it's
why would you do that?
Like your Lego blocks behind you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how do you make this fit? And that interlocking, that wall's not going to fall down when it's interlocked on 12 sides.
Well, that's the thing. I think flat, you know, blocks aren't as sound and as the way they do that. 12 interlocking angles that fit different. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an ingenious way. Well, seems a bit primitive, but the way it's done, it's genius, right?
It is. And then when you see later civilizations in those areas, like they kind of go down to a certain level and then build more crappily on top.
Oh yeah,
smaller rocks and just more
and
like
crumble away, and their bottom's like perfect still. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, but the other point I was going to make there was with the drilling and how small of a precise hole they can get. Like they were talking about tiny beads with that are like, we don't even have drills that pointy. I think we've gotten to the point with lasers that we can get precision holes close to that small in some of the jewelry that they found. But even that, like what are we talking? I don't think are we talking an actual drill? If so, what is it powered with? If it's a hand drill, you're not getting, this isn't happening, you know?
I can't imagine what they did to create the holes that small.
I really think civilizations have come and gone. I think civilizations from elsewhere in the universe have traveled, have passed by, have helped, had things to do with the rising up of civilizations, giving them technology that is, you know, maybe not even seen today. Although today, I think everything that happened in the early part of last century, 1900s, mainly 1900, 1950, 1960, maybe right there.
Yeah.
It took us to like all the back engineering stuff, all of the help. Listen, whatever you want to call it,
it's
bring us to the point that we're at, Dave, to where right now, this is an advanced civilization. Although the people That's a different story. And please, I don't want to talk about it. Or
as I tell my colleagues, you've overeducated your intelligence.
Right. But technology itself, Dave.
Yes.
We got how many things spinning around the earth? You know,
was it Philip J. Corso that had the filing cabinet that we talked about?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we have the transistor,
fiber optics.
All of a sudden we're at Star Trek.
Yeah, listen,
just in this short period of time. I mean, I love when they talk about like, okay, if you expanded the entire civilization of Earth or of man and got it down to an hour, you know, it's like we were able to go to the moon in the last 5 seconds, you know, of an hour of, you know,
80s. You start from 80 and just go on like the first computer. Like, how did we get from there to where we are now so quickly?
I have no idea. It wasn't me.
I think we're in a period of time to where, listen, if we're gone in a couple hundred years, which is possible, a couple thousand years, they may be looking back on, oh, look, what is this weird phone type thing that we got, we found,
In my classes, I talk about painting and how back in the day, people would fresco paint and use tempera. And I go, no one does that today. I go, it's like me walking around with the Sony Walkman. You know, you would laugh and point and go, that is such old school. And I tell them, I go, let me tell you, I go, even before you blink, people are going to be looking at your iPhone and go, you had to carry around that? You know, seems like so difficult to do.
Dave,
is it going to be amazing? It's going to be right here in our classes.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I was just going to say that. AI is already built in a pair of glasses, just like you got with a little screen, and you can motion even with your fingers to these. It's just, we're going in places that, it's just unbelievable and quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So we're coming very quickly to a point to where a bunch of wackos and people are walking around with these things and they're not able to, they shouldn't have them. We're not at that point, Dave.
Yes.
We should really just still be sitting in front of big old giant clunky TV sets.
Oh, with a remote click.
Yeah, and forming relationships and loving thy neighbor and people and creating social situation. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're ready for all of this stuff that's going on.
Thank you, Nathan.
You see what's going on. Anyways, yes. Okay, Dave, where do we go? Do we go to Sax Say a Woman? I mean, Sax Say a Woman.
That's the Jim Croce song, but we're going to go to Sax Say a Woman. And that's where the compass needle spins. That's part of the Inca where they don't have the wheel yet. They don't have roads, but they
got a big block with a snake carved in it that is so magnetized. Just that stone.
Yeah. That
the compass will go crazy. Go, and if you got a metal plate, don't go by it.
No, don't.
That's all I'm saying. But it's crazy, Dave.
It's
crazy, Dave.
But we go from Sax Say a Woman
to Bimini.
To the Bimini and then Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
We didn't really talk about Bimini much in this episode.
No, I mean it's interesting though because it's like we go from like talking about all these stone cities, structures, and right off the coast in the Caribbean area down there, 35 feet under the water, 1,000 feet off the shore, you have these giant
blocks.
Rectangular blocks,
that
look like cities, like maybe streets or whatever, but it's just sitting there underneath the water, 35 feet, 1,000 feet out. It's like
perfectly carved. Oh, it's the current. No,
it's right there in the Bermuda Triangle.
It's going to go like this. Yeah. It's going to be curvilinear. This is like rectilinear, 90-degree angles. That is man-made.
Listen, when people say that, I just laugh. I'm sorry.
Curved line is the line of God. The straight line is the line of man.
And yes, you can listen. You should be able to look at it and go, "Oh yeah, that's not naturally made. That's made by people or something. Something made that."
It's only 35 feet deep. Go back to the Ice Age. All of a sudden, we have 300 extra feet of land space.
What if all the dumb starfish survived, but all the intelligent ones left, and they're the ones that created that? So, hey, John, bring me the pics. I mean, and they would really work, and they worked. It could have happened, Dave.
We have names like Titicaca, Sacsayhuaman, and you're all, hey, John.
Listen, common names, throughout time, whatever. Boy. Anyways, so we go straight to Dave's favorite topic, Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, which I've been through.
Oh, you have?
Yep.
I bet you took a cruise ship.
I did.
And you got your cabana wear on now.
Still. I never took it off.
Dave he's got on the back of it, he's got a long tag type thing, and you put your dates of every special occasion that's associated with that cabana wear.
You should see my tan lines.
Or maybe we shouldn't.
No.
Why not? Okay. Again, Bermuda Triangle. What's the big story you're going to always hear when you talk about the Bermuda Triangle? And I think it's a fascinating one, the 5 planes.
Yes. 5 Navy fighters, 5 radios, all go bad, 14 crew members.
Yep.
And they just disappear. And what I love.
Story of the guy going out to save them, go on.
Is that they bring them back in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, yes.
That I thought was such a great beginning to that movie.
But yes, the one thing. Okay, so there was nothing said that they heard. But then there was this one pilot. There was a lieutenant pilot that had a ham radio in his plane and overheard the last things they said before totally disappearing. And he says, "Don't come after me," because the guy was on the radio saying, "I'm coming to get you, stay in your location, wherever." And he says, "They look like they are from outer space. Don't come after me." That was the last thing said by the lead pilot in the 5 crew. And they got that recording at I can't remember now. One of the big government historical Dave. I'm pissed that I didn't write it down. But it's archived. And it's there. So that was the last thing said. So I thought that was, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, what if you say that, what are you what conclusion are you supposed to come to? Aliens are just beaming these ships right up, right? I mean, They're saying the Bermuda Triangle, portal, vortex, whatever you want to call it.
And what bothers me a little bit is that they just say it looks like they're from outer space. It's not, hey, it's a bright light. It's not it's a circular ship or anything like that. It's just, it's too vague for me.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. I get what you're saying because, listen, last words before disappearing. How else do you take it? Okay.
And then
they look like they're from outer space. It could be a ship that looks totally weird and different than, this is 1945. So, this is before Roswell and all of the big, to do. But yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying though, Dave.
And then you've got a rescue ship or airplane that goes out and that disappears.
Yeah.
And no one talks about that. And that's something that really I want to know more about because I think there were another 14 people on that airplane.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I don't think you're really going to figure 100 ships, 1,000 lives.
1,000 lives.
And this was 1974. I know ships have gone missing since 1974. So, throw all that into the mix. There were a couple of really big stories of stuff happening in the early to mid 2000s.
And Art Bell even covers it on one of his shows.
Yep. So again, a corridor, a portal to space. What is it? Who the heck knows? Lots of lights seen underneath the ocean too with ships. So a mystery. We can tell you what we think, but who the heck knows? Where you want to go, Dave?
Well, I want to go to Chad, who says that YouTube tells me there's a Chinese Bermuda Triangle now, which what happens after a ship disappears. About an hour later, another ship disappears.
Well, this is the thing. There's several locations on the Earth that is like this, and you can call them triangles.
And
whatever. There's
right
names.
out your window.
Oh God, yes, like Gary right here. I'm getting night vision point. That's going to be pointing right down. I'm getting night vision. It's going to point down right at the lake. Listen, I want a UFO hunt right above the lake. It's going to be cool. But anyways. No, there are several places, and yes, there's some stuff that's happened on Lake Erie, but some of the Great Lakes, I forget where it's at. Oh man, somebody might know in the chat. There is an area in one of the Great Lakes that they do call
Great Lakes Triangle.
No, is it the Great Lakes Triangle?
They just call it the Great Lakes Triangle.
Okay, there you go. Okay, Dave. Top of the hour, should we take care of business?
Why don't we cover the chat real quick, and then we'll do business.
Yes, go ahead. Let's see.
Rad Star first.
Rad Star first. No. J.O.B. can wait.
Thank you.
The Rad Star Tiger, 1948, British passenger plane. What happened? Flew from the Azores to Bermuda, disappeared with 31 people aboard. Okay, Dave. Yes.
We got J.O.B.
Another big story. Yes. J.O.B. You guys should do shows on some of these mysteries. Don't come after me. That is some serious Art Bell stuff right there. That's why I never slept when listening all night to his shows.
And we didn't sleep either.
Don't come after me. Listen, we've been doing Art Bell stuff, but specific mysteries, I mean, we could do that.
We might see that in the upcoming In Search of episodes that we will be doing.
Yeah, because again, they're going to tackle a lot more stuff like Bigfoot, and stuff like that, cryptids and whatnot, monsters. Hell, maybe we should even do Boggy Creek. Legend. That was such a terrible movie. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay. Do you know how many triangles there are in the world? It's a lot. Oh, there's a lot of triangles. There's a lot of squares, rectangles, circles, octagons, pentagons, parallelograms. Yeah. So depending on what you're saying. Let's see. Kale just says the truth is out there. Yeah. Harry says, be right back. Yeah.
Got to take care of the cats.
Yeah. I'm so looking forward to these reviews. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it.
Nice.
So, Dave, yes, let's go to top of the hour. Let's see how many. Ooh, I can't. Oh, I got it just in time. It wasn't muted. Okay, so let's see how many thumbs up we got. 65. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. I'll take it.
Did we really have 65?
65.
Oh, awesome.
Did you say 65?
Yeah.
Without cheating?
No, I didn't cheat.
How dare you lie to me? No, right on the dot. Okay, so everybody, please, thank you for being here. Again, seems to be going smooth with the new internet, so everything's good there. Hit that thumbs up button. Please leave a comment afterwards. Stay tuned for shows, overnight streams, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Should be good. Should be adding more stuff now that I'm starting to get settled in here. Dave, what do we got coming up? I think next week is Zoinks.
After this.
Oh.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no. It's not.
After
Go.
these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay.
I forgot we don't have a sponsor. Next week is actually not Zoinks the podcast,
Oh,
but Circle of Fear.
oh.
Dun,
You know
dun,
what?
dun. Yes.
The funny part is Circle of Fear doesn't do that great with our audience, but I enjoy talking about the show.
I love it.
I love it.
Especially, we got to learn about Daniel,
Brenda,
all these things. So we have the show is going to be called At the Cradle Foot.
At the Cradle Foot. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I can look it up and talk.
No, listen, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We'll have a great conversation, even if it's bad.
2 weeks from tonight, we have a guest. Dr. Jeff Thompson is joining us again. So we're going to talk about the Night Stalker. We're going to talk about Dark Shadows. But he's here to discuss our favorite horror movies by decade, 1920s to 1990s. We're going to talk. We're going to do a round robin. We're each going to throw out our favorite horror movie for that decade.
Round robin. Yes, that's going to be good.
I
can't wait.
I actually just made my list the other night.
Oh,
subject to change.
You're on top of it.
That's my goal.
The old search of. Hey Ray, what's going on? Okay, and then what else we got?
February 1st, ironically, Columbo suitable for framing.
Yes.
February 8th, X-Files, Ice. February 15th, Scooby-Doo, the
Zoinks!
spooky space kook, finally.
What, the space kook?
The space kook.
The space gook? Kook?
That's going to get a demerit. Kook.
I couldn't tell what you were saying. Okay, kook.
Yes. And then February 22nd, Art Bell, we're going to talk about time travel with Mike Madman Markham.
Yes, a very interesting man and story, time travel. Do I buy it? Stay tuned. So, okay, yeah. You should.
So we got some great shows coming up. I can't wait to talk about them.
Well, the thing is, KO Joe, I think 1920s to 1990s, there's three of us. There's not even going to be enough time. So, yeah. But good idea down the road. Okay, Dave. So, I guess they start to talk about now, like how did life get seeded here, you know, and did it get seeded here on the earth itself? And that's when they started talking about, the amino acids, the proteins that make the single cell. So, and then is it Pam sperm? Go ahead, Dave.
This is your favorite thing. It's about Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnon, man. Sorry, Cro-Magnon's one of my golf balls.
I am a Cro-Magnon man. Okay, but they talk about all that. Panspermia, did it come from outer space? Did we get seeded by spores? Who the hell knows, right?
I don't know.
And then we talk about Neanderthals.
Yes.
They were the species on this planet that lasted for forever.
Really? Yeah. And about 35,000 years ago, something came. How and why?
And then we jump from that to Cro-Magnon man, which is so different. So different. And Dave, why is Cro-Magnon man why is it so strange? Where they came from? We know Cro-Magnons were anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, who appeared in Europe about 45,000 years ago.
I just think of Linda Moulton Howe.
Yes. You interrupted me. I have an interview.
Homo sapien.
Did they arrive in one major wave or several? We don't know. How fast did they spread, Dave, throughout the planet? We don't know. They just appeared, Dave. What specific routes did they take into Europe? We have no clue. Okay. But the migration story is still being refined as new DNA turns up. The relationship with Neanderthals, and this is a huge mystery, Dave.
Yes.
They coexisted with Neanderthal the same time for thousands of years. They interbred. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh. Honey, what are you doing? Oh, shut up. I'm just saying. Yet Neanderthals went extinct while Cro-Magnons thrived. Why, Dave? Better tools, social networks, language? Who the hell knows, right? There's no one single answer. And that's the big mystery. We kind of, and why is there like no shift there? It's because they interbred and Cro-Magnon man is Homo sapien, and it is who we are today. And that's where we are. There's no logical explanation. It still remains a mystery, Dave. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
I'm sure. Well, if you turned your mic off, I would. Holy moly. So anyway, first of all, thanks to the 105 people who are watching right now.
Thanks.
Thanks for spending Sunday Fun Day with us. We do this every Sunday.
Sunday Fun Day.
5 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. Eastern. So one of the interesting things I think is it's kind of like how we used to have a lot of bookstores and now we only have Barnes and Noble, or we used to have a lot of garden centers and now we just have Home Depot. So it's kind of like that. It's maybe not survival of the best, but survival of the fittest, the survival of the more powerful.
We do have along media those now. Yeah.
So
yeah, no, it is who we are today. So yeah. But we went Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon man. How'd that happen? Did a ship come here? There's a far off solar system, Dave.
Maybe they got inoculated.
No, there was a far off civilization. They all had a big discussion. Who wants to go to this planet? Yeah, they didn't say Earth, but
I don't think it was. It was this.
Okay, go ahead. I don't know what that was.
It was a coin flip.
What does that mean?
There wasn't a big conversation. They just flipped a coin.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they were forced to come here. The criminals.
Heads Cro-Magnon.
There's
tails Neanderthal.
There's something to that, where let's plop all our criminals down on this planet and let's leave. And then they were Cro-Magnon, and they still were very. But that's something. But I think they were brought here. They dropped off, and all of a sudden you have this Cro-Magnon man, and then they started interbreed, and you get who you got today and who we are. And deep down in our core, you can find that Neanderthal in us at any given time. Okay, Dave, let's move on. Hello, BMW. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, I guess. Dave?
They quickly talked about the Babylonian tablet. I thought that was cool. That showed the phases of Venus, the moons of Jupiter, except that
satellites of Saturn.
How did they know this 3,000 years before telescopes were invented?
I don't know, Dave.
Well, it's the same reason they have an astronomical clock in that tower in Greece.
Well, is it the same reason? No, I think
that's where they went to next.
Well, see yeah, we'll talk about that. That's a really cool subject right there. But the actual Babylonians, known for their astronomical smarts, whatever. How? I mean, yeah, like you said, and this is for a lot of the ancient civilizations too, right? I mean, most of them had some form of astronomical knowledge.
Well, look at
And
was
how?
it Chichen Itza, the pyramid there, and how all of a sudden you have like one pyramid is the sun, and then you have the smaller pyramids spaced out, and they're all the planets, including Pluto.
Yeah.
Take that, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes. Oh, geez, that guy gets on my nerves. I'm sorry. But I mean, he makes some good points, but sometimes he's. Anyways, so yeah, let's go to then in the program they go to this Greek tower, which was a mystery for many years, and they didn't know it's the oldest known structure in Greece.
Well, it's the oldest known, like astronomical, like it was the oldest, like it was an astronomical observatory.
Okay,
I
take your word for it. Yeah. Okay. And they say there should have been a clock inside, is what they're saying. I don't know how they come up with that.
I don't know how they do that.
They're like, oh, they look inside. Yeah, I think a clock goes in here. I mean, they didn't go into detail. Rod Serling didn't give us the ins and outs on that. But what they do is they find a clock out in the sea, or mechanical gears.
Uh-huh.
And they have like jewels on there and, little, yeah. And they start to piece it together and they say, this is a mechanical clock that belongs
to the universe.
Yeah. Yes.
Or I should say the solar system.
Yeah. And it belongs in that Greek astronomical building. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Albert Jacobs, look at this, a $4.99 super chat or super sticker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Albert.
Albert Jacobs, I really appreciate you, my friend. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up button. Get us to 100 before the end, at least. And yeah, thank you for being here. So yes, they say an astronomical computer. What's going on, Dave?
Police.
They're coming after your neighbors or you?
I don't know. We'll see.
They're going to knock on the door.
Land shark.
Land shark. No, they're going to go, we're looking for a guy who's got a mug full of pens. Listen, we got you on footage on at Staples.
Staples is my happy place.
They're taking you away, and you're going.
God.
But they said the shipment just came in, and I was looking for the gold pens. Please stop.
I'll tell you, I love Staples. It helps my OCD so much.
Do you take time out after your coffee and your eat? Where you're trying to pick women up at the Trader Joe's, and you stop at Staples on the way back, and do you walk down the pen and pencil aisle, and do you like feel like elated and just like the dopamine hit just hits? Is that a true story? Because I feel really it.
I absolutely love it. I love everything from the
the smell of the paper. I feel you get that
markers, printers, paper.
Yeah.
Ink, everything. The boxes, the folders.
The light when it hits off of a brand new stapler behind the packaging.
God, I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So great. Okay. So Dave, where do we go for? Oh, this was interesting. Okay, go ahead.
And I'm really upset because this is a 0.5 and I like the 0.7s.
Dang it. Are they out of stock? You could probably find that on eBay.
I'm sure I could.
Okay. Okay, so you know what? We go to India, Dave.
We do.
I thought this was very interesting. The oldest. And what was that called? The place that they were at? The Veda?
I think that was the chant that they were reading was called the Veda.
Okay.
Yes.
He didn't necessarily say where they were though. Like where they were, right, Dave?
Correct.
Okay, so an unknown place in India. It's the oldest source of wisdom. They were chanting. They were talking about the manuscripts that were found there that date back 5,000 years, I do believe.
Yes.
Talks of television, atomic power, and interplanetary travel.
And travel around the world.
Yeah, this is India.
It is.
It's
I
very.
think that is incredibly cool.
They also say the force is known as Sidley.
Yes.
To transport a flying ship. This is in India. This is the same thing.
But also, too, it didn't seem like those from India needed special equipment or anything like that. They just had this Sidley thing, which to me, I immediately thought of flying carpet. You know, boom.
It looked like that, but it was like a flying carpet with like a top overhead.
Yeah.
And it was called a Sidley. And yeah.
Kind of like the Jetsons.
Little bit.
But I think
took them from place to place, whether it be here on this planet or another planet, another solar system. It was very interesting. Yeah. You think so, Dave?
I think so.
Okay. Hold it right there, Professor Polite. 167. Yeah, nice. Good to see people showing up.
Hello, John.
Welcome. Yeah. There's Frankie, and there's Herman over there, and underneath he's in timeout. I put the grumpy old clown in timeout sometimes. I get paid back eventually, but okay, Dave. So yeah, we're almost at the bottom of the hour. What else you want to bring up, huh?
Well, we
how about the knotted strings? Oh, go ahead.
Boy.
Oh,
we
no,
briefly went out to the petroglyphs and saw scenes of spaceships and sculptures of spaceman, and then we had the delta wing planes that you brought up earlier. So
yeah, the golden. Really, I thought those were so cool. The little golden flying planes that they got from. Did they say what civilization it's from? Is it from the Incan?
I wrote down Ollantaytambo.
Ollantaytambo, okay. But they also had these little metal figurines of weird-looking people with headdresses and helmets, and those were. I want those. They're like figures back in the day, action figures.
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hello to Stump Greenwood.
Hey, Stump.
South Carolina. Good
to see you, Stump. How you doing? Fell upon him in a chat, just shooting shit years ago, and he still pops in to listen to some old time radio, and he's still around. Good to see you, Stump.
Picture of a cool truck. So
yes. Okay.
But if you watch Ancient Aliens, and Giorgio Tsoukalos has one of those as a little pin on his lapel, one of those Delta Wing craft.
Yes. It's become very popular in the Ancient Aliens world.
Yeah.
Kipu. Oh, sorry, Dave. Go ahead. Where are you going?
That's okay. The Crystal Skulls were next. And I thought that was pretty interesting because the Aztec did not make representational art, and all of a sudden we have this sculpture that looks extremely lifelike.
15th century Aztec crystal skull. So yes, and there was also this enormous crystal necklace type object which was one of the hardest substances on Earth. How they made that, and very interesting. And then they went to the crystal skull. Yeah.
And then we had
are we going to just skip over Kipu? It's so boring.
Yeah, we are.
A string-like thing that had number systems and stuff like that. So maybe the origination of numbers.
It looked like the abacus is what it looked like.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
But I did want to talk about the skulls, and they were doing neurosurgery.
Oh, listen, that was very, very interesting, Dave. Yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
Well,
ancient Peruvians.
You'll see this on a lot of Brian Forrester's channel.
Yeah,
and he talks about. I love the guy who's talking about it too, because there's one skull that has 3 big holes in the back of the skull, and he goes, "This was either a very sick man or a very persistent surgeon."
Yes, he says that, but he also says
he
survived all 4 surgeries.
All 3.
because you can tell the healing on the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's so, I mean, surgical methods in ancient Peruvians were at 85%.
That's what I was just going to say. 85% success rate.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And some of the most delicate parts of the skull and him showing the instruments. And I questioned, but I questioned the instruments, but I suppose they were found around where the skulls or the civilization that, I don't know. A couple of those were questionable as instruments. I'm like, one little pluck of that, and you're going through the skull and into the brain. So I don't know.
I think he got the pizza cutter and the skull on this other thing for the skull mixed up, because, man, some of those were, looked like for bread and things like that. They weren't like precision. Like if you can poke a hole through that, like at a minuscule diameter, I'm like, you can do a little bit better for your brain surgery.
Yeah. Hey, Francis McCloskey, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. And hello, everybody in the chat. Anybody new, please hit that thumbs up. Thank you. We're here every Sunday talking about something different. Me and Dave, Sunday Fun Day, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So hit that thumbs up on. I thought one of the highlights in here, and it just was a brief thing. I thought in India, the 17 years ago, iron pillar that they made that to this day is rust. Well, at least to 1974. I don't think they've taken it down, but it's rust-free iron that was, I mean, I don't know. Very, very interesting, very cool. And they also found a 700-year-old rust-proof iron tooth. What's that all about?
I don't want iron teeth.
If it works, it works.
Jaws from James Bond.
Yeah, how did they put? Anyways, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how they did that. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Okay, and then go ahead, Dave. I think we're on to the Dead Sea Scrolls now.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about the Dead Sea Scroll.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
Then we had Jericho.
Okay.
One of our early civilizations, and the idea that sound made the walls collapse. And I think there's something to that because, we talk about like the Coral Castle in Florida, where, this guy knew how to transport stones. Merlin the magician making Stonehenge, transported stones. And I think there is something at a certain level that you listen to that is able to move and transport stone.
High enough frequency of sound has been demonstrated and experimented on to lift objects. So sound, it is something. So, but they say volcanic activity. I mean, a lot of these civilizations covered up, by volcanic eruptions. And they say during this time, there were a lot of, but when you get professional people talking about, well, during this time there were many, many storms, many, many natural disasters. Listen, I know volcanoes erupted and they still erupt to this day, and we find civilizations covered by volcanic activity. But I think that's the walls of Jericho. They were saying the scientific community covered by volcanic eruption. Cat Small, what is going on? $5 super chat. Good luck in your new home, Dino. Thank you very much. Cat Small, appreciate it. So far, so good. Hopefully you like the new setup here. You can see all my stuff. Edward Stewart got me that Jason mask over there which lights up. Just didn't plug it in, but should have done that. My Nosferatu, love it. Frankie Herman. Okay. Thank you, Cat Small. Really appreciate it. Dave, Atlantis, maybe? I don't know.
Because you talked about the volcanic ash covering civilizations and things like that. That's what happens to, wherever you think Atlantis is going to be.
This is the story from Plato. Plato tells the story. Yeah.
Well, he tells us about Atlantis, but he doesn't say where it is, except east of the Pillars of Hercules, which is the Azores. A lot of people think that's where it is, but this show is talking about the Aegean Sea and one of the Cycladic islands, which is called Terra. Today it's Santorini.
There's a lot of psychotic islands.
It is covered in volcanic ash. And it looks like a volcano has exploded the part of the island, which is all where the cruise ships go. When you look back in history, right around 1500 BC, you have a lot of activity in the Aegean Sea. Yeah. You have volcanoes, you have earthquakes, you have tidal waves, destroys the island of Crete. All the, not Cretans, Minoans come to the mainland. So you have a whole bunch of things going on. Is Santorini where Atlantis is? It's definitely a possibility. I don't think so, though.
Kingdom 9,000 years old. Beauty, peace, wealth. Very crowded city was Atlantis, says Plato. People all over the place. You couldn't find a quiet spot in Atlantis. That's what Plato said. Or that's what Rod Serling actually. They echo this. Like, you know, you couldn't find a quiet spot. The crowds and the people there, but it was a place of beauty, peace, wealth, and yeah, the Greek gods. What happened was greed. Then the gods said, "We're going to destroy you," is what they said. So thus comes volcanic eruption.
Finally, we have a thus.
Thus, yes, it's been a while. Comes volcanic destruction and floods, and Atlantis falls to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, that's it, Dave. That's the show.
Well, you know, it kind of sounded like my first year of marriage. It was peaceful and beautiful and luxurious, and then all of a sudden, greed. You know.
Well, they say a place of so much wealth, so much wealth. But where did they really didn't mention what's going on? Santorini.
Red Star says there are 202 watching, which is awesome. Welcome, everyone. Dino and Dave, you hit a nerve across the nation. I think our nation has a few more than 200 people. Let's hope so.
Man,
hey, this is maybe football flight, right? People that don't want to watch football games.
Listen, it's nice to see that many people watching. I just hope they all had a thumbs up. It's hard to get that thumbs up. Jonathan McD, Santorini, it looks. It did explode and the tidal wave hit Crete, wiping out the Minoans' ability to trade. Yes,
absolutely.
Just like Dave said, rent must have been high, being that crowded. Well, you know, the one thing Rod Serling didn't say documenting this story was, where did Plato get his information? Did I miss that? Is this his from all the research he got?
It from a story that he heard, and I can't remember now.
Oh, so he's playing telephone,
right?
Okay, so
like Plinius the Elder.
So this is why we can't find Atlantis today.
Probably.
Yeah, but we have uncovered many ancient sites, and they say right off of Cuba there is, Art Bell talked about this big time, where there's a site right off of Cuba where they also, again, I didn't dive into it or do my research on the name of the place, but there's a location there where they also believe Atlantis could have been. But anyways, Dave.
Well,
Flaudermouse. Thumbs up. Thank you.
I've been watching too the idea of Atlantis and Lemuria and Mu being actually out in the Pacific, being this gigantic landmass from Hawaii to the north down to Easter Island to the south. And I think that's a fascinating idea as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't. Dead Sea Scrolls found 1947, 2006 years old at the time, 1974. This is what they were saying. Holy One. They talk about the Holy Ones descending from the heavens. So more talk. I think you get this in pretty much everything found in a lot of these ancient manuscripts around the world, in every culture, everywhere, Dave. So I don't know what it means or what it says, because again, ancient writings should be some kind of concrete evidence, right?
Yes.
The word of the people, written for large people, historical papers. So,
There's not much left. I mean, it's just,
right.
it's like, if you look back on, like, I mean, gosh, what would happen if the only thing left from our society was a book from Harry Potter? And all of a sudden we have dragons and spells and wizards and things like that.
Yeah.
But most likely it's going to be the Bible.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be an Agatha Christie book, because she's the second most published person after the Bible.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's, going to be one of those types of texts.
That's a fact, huh? Agatha Christie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. You threw me a fact.
Cumulative work is second only to the Bible.
Holy Moses. Yeah. You threw me a softball straight to the gut.
Sorry.
It's all right. Woo.
I meant Herman.
I thought Rex Stout would be the next one.
Oh, Rex Stout's great.
I mean, those Charlie Chans. I mean, come on.
Well, Rex Stout, it was not Charlie Chan. That's
no.
Earl Biggers, I believe.
Earl der Biggers was Charlie Chan. Rex Stout was a lot of the other mystery themed novels back in the day.
And I'm blanking on his name too. Oh, it's the guy who was the Orchid Collection, and he has an assistant that goes out.
Thin Man. No. Oh my God.
Dashiell Hammett's the Thin Man. Gosh, if we only had a computer.
Okay, Dave, real quick.
Nero Wolfe.
Nero Wolfe. There you go. Rex Stout. That's right. Nero Wolfe.
Archie was his companion.
How could I forget that? Yeah. Anyways, okay, Dave. Yeah. So next week we are talking Circle of Fear.
We are.
Which, again, if you haven't come and watched us talk about Circle of Fear, even if you don't know the show, it's a what is it, Dave? It's kind of like a horror made for TV series.
Yeah, it's an anthology series. So it's Sebastian Cabot hosts, kind of like a night gallery, and you get this cool, mysterious show, and sometimes you even get Daniel.
You want me to get the... Yes, William Dafoe's grandfather played on the Concrete Captain, Circle of Fear. It's grumpy old man.
Yes.
Looked like Herman back over here in the corner.
4'11".
Oh man, you gotta love it. So Circle of Fear, even if you don't get it, I think there's some of the funnest shows that we do and we talk about. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy them. I really do. There's something about it. But for everybody, one last check, because it is the new place. I'll show you real quick again, the new studio. Here we go. The new studio. Favorites are the killer clown figures. I love Nosferatu. That was a 3D print. I'm not painting it because it looks cool gray like it is. But Frankenstein and Herman over the corner. I got some Lego stuff. There's still some shelves going to go over that way, which technically I don't want to cover the window, but yeah, this is the new setup. So hopefully you like it. You get to see a little bit more detail in the toys. Maybe I'll mix those out a little bit, but like, I'm like moving my mouse like you can see my mouse, but there you go. Let's see, bring the chat back in. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you guys all for being here this week. And Dave, any last words? Much love to each and every one of you. Hit that thumbs up button and comment after the stream. Dave, any last words?
If you go to Lidsville, you'll